Okay guys, I have the hood masked off. As you can see now, my camera is on a tripod here, so in a little while you'll be able to see my smiling face actually doing this. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clay with the standard detailer's clay, the bottom section, along with synthetic quick detailer from Chemical Guys. Really good stuff, I might add. And we'll go ahead and do that, and then we'll auto scrub the upper section. So here we go. Okay, so I'm giving this a good spray down of QD, and also some on the clay as well. And now we're just going to clay. Now, like I said, this is nothing special. This is what detailers use all the time. This is the medium grade clay, not the heavy duty stuff, but the standard clay that pretty much everybody uses and that you can get at a variety of different places. So I'm going to clay this two different ways just to make sure I get good even coverage of the clay. And like I said, the only thing that should be on the clay are embedded contaminants, because I have thoroughly cleaned this car with a good Dawn wash and APC. So we're almost done claying this section. And we're done. So we're going to go ahead and check the clay. I don't know how well it's going to focus on that, but you would expect it to be black, and it really isn't. Now, there are several defects in the paint that will most likely require polishing, but clay is usually really good at pulling out embedded contaminants. So, and it really isn't very dirty at all. Not nearly what I would expect. So, okay, next to the auto scrub. Now, I'm going to do this in as real time as possible, so bear with me. Okay. To get a towel. Okay, now, I'll just dry this section off. Now, I did get a little bit of overspray on the auto scrub section, so I'm going to dry that real quick. Okay, and you can see that there. Now, I take the auto scrub towel, and you can do this any way you'd like, per the manufacturer, but I like to fold it in quarters and just use 1/4 because it gives my hand a good pad and all that. So, and same deal as claying. You just soak the area and the towel with the auto scrub lube, and this actually comes from the same manufacturer as the towel. It's a 7-to-1 ratio. I've watered it down inside of one of my standard spray bottles. So the towel too. Now you use almost no pressure per the manufacturer's instructions, and you can actually hear it pulling stuff out of the paint. And the towel, the stuff on the towel, whatever the black material is actually tacky to the touch, almost like clay is once it's good and wet and started to be used. So same idea, you just rub it up and down. You can also get a lot larger of an area at a time, I've noticed with this. And you can actually hear it picking up the embedded contaminants. Now, I would suggest that the area be polished if all you're doing is this, and you're not using any of the other lubricants that Autoscrub makes. They do make one that is a lubricant and a sealant in one. So I'm just going to work this over one more time just to be a little anal retentive, to be honest. You don't really need to. And you can feel as you do it, everything's smooth out. And it also tells you, like clay, when it's ready for a little more lube, it'll get a little sticky. So you can just make sure that you do the area. So I've done this for about as long as I've clayed the surface. So the one thing I do find that I don't particularly care for is the fact that you can't really see the contaminants like you can in clay because of the dark color of the material, but I'm sure we'll be able to see dirt come up on the microfiber when we pull it. So I'm just going to go ahead and set that down and wipe it up. Now, this is the same towel I used, so I'm going to flip it and we'll wipe this up. And also, little to no pressure. You're just picking the stuff up off the surface. And I always wipe twice. Different good side. Now that it's dry, well, pretty close to dry, I'll just wipe this other side because of the overspray. And I can actually feel a difference just with my waffle weave microfiber, how even though I clayed this area, it's considerably rougher. There's a lot more drag than there is on this section. Okay, well, I'm going to let that thoroughly dry, and I'll come back with my light, and we'll check it out and check the feelings. Thanks.